Hello, you're welcome to this channel where we can take you through mysterious crimes, detations, and assassins. This was our bestseller of last year, and in this video, I take you through a brief idea of what we have in this book. So that is ASB at the cover page. Then you have the table of contents. Here, look at mysterious detectives. Sorry, detectives, assassins. Then in chapter 1, you look at the story of the neighbor who was a witch. Then you look at some of the practices she was doing: slaughter animals, slaughter hens, just sacrificing for the small gods. Those kind of rituals they do. Deal with the human skulls to scare away people. They have the deal with the put on back cloth and also spread beads around. You look at them dealing with the those snakes. They use the snakes. Most of the demons are moving those snakes, as you might know. The snakes are really a big deal in their dealings because the demons are so much involved in the snakes. So there are snakes involved, as you can see, to scare away. Most of these humans are scared with those snakes, as the demons so much move in the snakes. They move in the cats, the dogs. So actually, we use those snakes very much, as we shall see as we move on. I'm just giving you a small intro in what was happening. They deal with the putting their medicines in the put the medicines and burn them, making some portions, and they alter some words. That one was so much witnessed, as we shall see. They also have put on back clothes. They deal with those witch doctors, spread things, and they begin scaring people around. Then later on, we shall move on and see the crimes in India, see how the police is trying to do its work. You can see that. We shall see it also later on when we try to go into the details of that book. Then you also have some roadblocks they try to put up. The police is trying a lot. You can see the police is trying a lot. As see, I'm just giving a small intro in what really is in that book. The police is on the move. Every time it's on the move, especially those policemen in India. Every time they're on the move, they're really trying. We are appreciative that the police is trying to do its work in making sure that they cut down violence, they cut down crimes. You can see all that. I'm just taking you through the intro, and you see more of that. At times, it's the army. It's the army trying to beat up the suspects. The army also can try to beat up suspects, as you see. Those ones are being beaten really to put down the crimes. Not only that, you can see that also in this book, we shall try to see at times they use their vehicles to really get the culprits. They get them, they tie them up. You can see they're trying to tie them up. They beat them, they try them, they're fighting on, they don't want to go, but they have to go because they committed crimes. Not only that, you can at times see the patrolling. This patrolling patrolling is done. There's a lot of patrolling. The vehicles are moving around to really get the criminals. The police is trying its best. You can see that all that one happens in cutting down crime, and it is all illustrated in mysterious crimes. And then there are the drug addicts. They're suffering. Their life is being wasted. Why? Because they think it's better living in such a way. Others are really so much addicted, as you can see that gentleman putting on the cap. Addiction. But what can we do? They are trying their best to see that crime is really capped down. And there's a lot. The battery is running low, but I can take you through and we see more of that in here. Just that the battery has been running low, but you can get more hints of what is happening here in this book that we don't have to miss out. More to that, I take you through still was giving you some addicts there. As we move on, still with the book, you can see immigrations, the illegal immigrants trying to cross up and really go to using the borders. Then the tellers also doing a lot to, they want to overthrow governments. Everything is talked about in this book. Those tellers, the terrorists are trying to overthrow the governments, and they do all that, but the government tries to fight on. As you see, everything is talked about in mysterious crimes, detections, and assassins. We also have more that is going to be talked about. When you see the tellers still can even bomb up. You can bomb up the place. If they have their interests, for them to just bomb up the place. Everything can be is talked about in these mysterious crime detections, where those things are done just for the sake of their interests. For them, they don't mind. Then there are marriages that actually they contracted marriages. People want to be citizens, and they have marriages by contract, but really they're not actual marriages. They only just want to marry the citizens, and then they gain citizenship through those contracts. So all that is talked about in this book, the serious crimes, detections, and then the young girls, they're going into prostitution. They want quick money, and at times their life is wasted. You see, they're going into quick money by selling off their bodies. So all that is talked about here in the serious crimes, detections, and sure, as we shall see later on. Then the kidnaps, the children trafficking, child labor, child sexual abuse, and other situations like organ transplants lead to child trafficking. People get a lot of money by really trafficking those kids. Then, not only that, you also see kidnapping women just because they find them as a soft spot and they take them into whatever they want to take them into. Then, also, you can see crimes in Korea, as you shall see also in this book. You can see at times you can see what the army is doing to those people. Sort of murder. You know what is happening there. All those things are going to be talked about in mysterious crimes, stations, and assassins. They are beating them up. They are killing them. Then the rape. There's too much rape, as you see. these ladies are scared. The guy wants to rape them. All those talked about in this book, mysterious crimes, detections, and assassins. So you think there has been some small disturbance, but we can move on with our discussion. There was some small intervention, some small disturbance that came up, but we can continue with our clips on what is happening. Then there are also they can see what is happening. The ladies still are more disturbed. They are finding them as of sport. There is the suicide. Some ladies try to kill because of maybe love and try to kill themselves. Then there's a story of Carlos Marcelo, as you shall see, still in that book. I want to take you through more details. Then the twin brother-mother story is also talked about in this book, as you shall see. The soldier stories talked at large. They have there at large the Connie trying to cut off noses, their lips, and the ears. Those are many crimes that I talked about in these stories. You see more rape and so on. Those people in the north are so much disturbed by Connie. And then some soldier stories, as you'll see, Jima Seiko. Then we shall have the story of George and the family, trying to protect the family from really going to prison. Then some prominent detectives like Dr. Kiran Bedi. You can see some of the photos that we shall talk about. Then we have also other detectives like J.J. Arms. We have another prominent detective, David Toschi. Also worked tirelessly so that crime is put down. Then we have this Alice Clement, is also another prominent detective that played a lot of role. Then in chapter 3, we shall talk about assassins, like assassin of Judge Kagezi John, a prominent judge. He was assassinated by guys moving on a motorcycle. Then we have Malcolm X. She also Malcolm X. The guy was fighting for human rights, but assassinated. Then there's a doctor who really assassinated a girlfriend who was in the university. And there's also Dr. Chinji. She also talk about some parliamentarians, and also finally shall give you some more tips of how we can get more of these ideas on our YouTube channel. You can also get them. You can get the book on Kobo Writing Life, eBay. You can also get this book on Google Drive Playbooks. Google Playbooks. Then the Udemy, can get them, Liquid, and then this is the WhatsApp number if you really need more of this. And then this is the digital logo, marketing logo of ours, and then this is the YouTube channel if you really need more of this. So thank you very much. We shall go into the detail later of this book. Bye bye. You can not forget to subscribe on this channel.